We're back to the Neil Haley Show. My guest today is best-selling author Mary Shearer Eckert. Mary, thanks for stopping by. Excited to chat with you again, and we're going to talk about humor because we've talked some deep subjects, and you're having one of those days where you have to have faith, and it will happen. Trust me, I said the same thing today. But it's been raining every day, and our landscaper hasn't come out to cut our lawn. And I said he'll be here, I promise. And guess what? He was. So
Okay.
that's what you have to do: is you have to believe. When we have doubt in our mind about something, God's like, guess what? We're going to make sure that happens. But
Okay.
if you don't have doubt that it's going to happen, it will happen on God's time, but it will happen. And
Amen.
and that's the big thing. So let's talk humor today.
Okay. No, I've been kind of in a tizzy because I've ordered some books and they're not here yet. I have a book signing tomorrow, and I'm trying to do like I've always told people, sometimes you just have to laugh to keep from crying. And that's more or less what I've been trying to do today, and just trying to remember scriptures about the joy of the Lord is my strength. I keep telling myself that the joy of the Lord is my strength. So I'm trying to find some joy right here in the midst of all of this, and knowing that God's timing is always perfect. The books are going to be there. It's all going to take care of itself. But I'm a person growing up in a family. We had a lot of humor in our house. We had a lot of humor, and I love that. And my husband and I have a lot of humor with each other. And the book that I wrote, Wounded Sisters, even though there's a lot of heavy stuff in it and life experiences that are hard to read, there's a lot of humor in it too, because life has humor. And God gave us a sense of humor. He gave us laughter. The Bible even speaks of laughter. And in Proverbs, it says, Proverbs 17:22, a cheerful heart is a good medicine. And I have seen that firsthand working as a nurse. Patients that came in that were all gloom and doom and woe is me, I'm going to die, usually were sicker. But people who came in and laughed and said, I'm going to get through this, and they almost enjoyed themselves. And the nurses were worked with them. My husband is one of those people that nurses absolutely love. He is jolly, he is happy, he is nice, he is pleasant, even when he's laying in that bed and getting an IV started.
Oh my
He
goodness.
he really is. And so humor is so important in our lives.
And the problem is we don't want to bring humor in. We don't want to look at the positive side of things, or just say, even though things are going bad, let's laugh about something. Let's watch some comedy show, or
Yeah,
let's joke around about something, or let's just laugh. It's just good to laugh and have humor and not be so serious.
that's right. There's a chemical in our body that God gave us. He's such a great creator, and it's called endorphins. And when you laugh, those endorphins are released. Sometimes when you cry, the endorphins are released, but it's a healing thing. It really truly does. It takes away the stress. It releases those feelings inside of you. If you have a good laugh, or even if you have a good cry, sometimes women just have to have a good cry and then laugh about it. But that's how God created us. And so even when Sarah and Abraham and was told she was going to have a baby, and she was way past baby time, and she laughed, and the angel said she laughed. She said, "No, I didn't." She said, "Yes, you did." And so she had that baby, and they named him Isaac, and that means laughter.
Oh
Isaac means
wow.
Isaac means laughter. And so yeah, no, yeah, Isaac. Was it Isaac? Yeah, Isaac.
Yeah.
It means laughter. So God expects us to laugh at ourselves and not to take ourselves too serious. Sometimes, Neil, people become people become so spiritual that they're no earthly good. They're just floating around up there with all the spiritual things, and they don't laugh. Everything's serious,
Oh no.
and that's not God.
No.
My Lord, I know. I have a beautiful picture of him somewhere in here, of him laughing, of Jesus laughing. Don't you know when he picked up little children, he laughed with them? It wasn't just some serious thing having a child on your lap. We all laugh with our children. And God expects us to laugh. That's why he gave us the gift of laughter. So in Nehemiah chapter 8 and verse 10, it says, "The joy of the Lord is my strength." And I have to cling to that because there's days when I don't feel any joy. I'm just worried about this and worried about that. And then I go sit outside on my front porch and I love hummingbirds. I love all kinds of birds, but hummingbirds and bluebirds. But
Oh, wow.
the little bitty teeny tiny hummingbirds, they don't worry about anything. And sometimes we have a hailstorm out here in Texas. Where do they go? Where do they hide? Who protects them? Are they worried? And I never have, Neil, never have I found a dead hummingbird after a hailstorm. And that just
Wow.
amazes me, totally amazes me how God will take care of little bitty teeny tiny birds. And here I am worried about a load of books that haven't made it yet. And maybe I just need to stop it.
Well, if that says tracking it, they're going to be there. They're going to be there.
Yeah.
And there's a seed of benefit in everything that happens that's wrong. And if we got to go with literally the next event, where we are right now in this moment is where we need to be. Yes, we have to prepare for the future, but we don't have to think about the future till it comes, and it's the
That's
present. And that's where you're at. And you constantly move forward. There's a lot of times that people who are in the self-help genre always look at. You basically, if you believe it, you can achieve it, and that's the truth. If you can believe that you can do it, you're going to do it. And it might be on a different timeline than we ever thought, but we just have to do it. And I talked about that before. But just laughing, joking around, smiling. I think even more that you said, talk about sense of humor, but smile. Why can't we smile? What is the problem? And how much easier it is to smile than frown, right?
yeah. When I many years ago, I was a little bit timid and I'd be going through the grocery store, pushing my cart, my head down, not making eye contact. And I had a dear friend one time, I was watching her and she would smile at everybody and talk to everybody. I said, I want to be like that. And so I started doing that, Neil. Instead of keeping my head down, I look people straight in the eye, I smile at them. Sometimes people don't smile back, they're just grumpy. But most of the people all smile back. And that blesses their day and it blesses mine because just a smile to a stranger can uplift their spirits. That's a gift that you're giving to them and they don't even realize it and they smile back and it may help them feel better. And even when you're checking out at the checkout counter and the lady that's doing it, she looks a little grumpy, you look at her and she just say, "Are you having a bad day?" And it'll turn everything around and they'll say something. I said, "Well, I hope you have a blessed day." And all of a sudden they change. They absolutely change just from that.
And having a conversation and really getting to know that person. When
Yeah.
you have an opportunity to meet somebody and talk to them so that they can get that guard taken down and then try to make them happy.
Yeah.
Try to give them joy in that time period that you're working.
Exactly.
Listen, don't talk about yourself. Listen
Exactly.
to everything
Oh my
else.
goodness, yes. That's so important because so many people go through life and nobody ever listens to them. And if you just smile at somebody, we had a lady the other day, my friend and I were shopping for this new chair I'm sitting in, and the lady came around and she said, "Can you call my phone?" And we looked at her, we didn't know her. And she says, "I've lost it in the store and I can't find it." So, but she couldn't find it either. Come to find out, her phone was out in the car.
Oh no.
But just because we were cutting up with each other, my friend and I, and laughing, she realized that we were easy people to talk to. So she came up and shared her problem with us, and the problem got solved. But when you go through life with an attitude of friendliness and approachability, like somebody can approach you, and as Christians, we should do that.
Yeah.
We should do that because you never know what one special word from you might save somebody's soul. You don't know that just by being friendly and happy and smiling and approachable.
And when we are mean to people,
Yeah.
It's not just to the person, but to ourselves. When
Yes.
we have anger towards somebody else, we're taking most of the brunt of it, not that person. And people
Yeah.
just don't understand that.
No.
When you get angry or you try to get even with somebody, all it
Mm-mm.
does is put more stress and tension into you, not the other way around, you know?
When you hold that anger on the inside, it just eats you up. It's
Mhm.
like I said this once before, I believe. When you're angry at somebody and you don't want to forgive them and you just stay angry, they don't even know it. But what you're doing is trying to, you're taking poison, hoping the other person's going to die because you're the one that's getting poisoned.
100%.
And
It's
they don't even care.
They don't care, and that's the problem. All right. So go to maryshearereckert.com. She's a book signing Saturday. So if you're watching live right now, and it's Friday,
Friday.
tomorrow. Oh my
Yes,
goodness, that's
tomorrow.
why you're stressed.
That's why I'm stressing, Neil. I'm
Now, what if it
stressing.
comes in the morning?
Yeah, well, if it better come
What
before
time's
10
your book
o'clock.
signing? It's 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
No, it's at noon tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And so
It
I need those books at least by 10
so
o'clock.
so you're not able to track it. Look right now where it is.
No, I have a friend that's tracking it. She's
And
supposed to let me
and
know.
this and they say they're in Texas right now with your
Well,
books.
I hope to heaven they are.
Well,
They're in the vicinity.
all right. Go to maryshearereckert.com. Appreciate it. And you're listening and watching the Neil Haley Show. And we'll be back in just a moment.